February is Black History Month. It is also Fashion Month. Carlton Dixon is a local fashion designer, and in that industry, it's a role where black men have been underrepresented. With a mindset that comes from the hardwood, Dixon is making the most of his opportunity as an up-and-coming stylist. In 2024, the dream is in full effect. South Dallas native Carlton Dixon is a successful fashion designer outfitting his alma mater.
Do you see the coaches and players' suits? They are custom, and it's all done by Carlton Dixon, who's a basketball letterman here at Texas.
He is the founder and CEO of Reveal Suits. His company landed the apparel contracts to suit up inductees for the College Football Hall of Fame, National Soccer Hall of Fame, and members of the Basketball Hall of Fame in his custom blazers. His brand is designed to reveal something about the person, their alma mater, favorite team, even family.
You know, the first person that put on my jacket, that ever put on our Hall of Fame jacket, was Bill Russell, right? I mean, it's just like, are you serious? There is still that feeling of, that surreal feeling.
10 years ago, the fashion vision hit Carlton Dixon. He was watching the draft and researched that no company provided custom-made lining inside of their suit jackets for players as they showed off their custom apparel.
Kind of wondered, you know, man, could there be a blend that could go to the market that represents, that could show you representing your school inside of a suit, not just on draft night or not just walking into the games. And, you know, there started the vision.
Okay, so you didn't know how to take a measurement, anything?
Nothing. Didn't know anything about fashion, but I knew it was game time and I had to learn. So,
a decade ago, Dixon was an athletic director and coach at North Dallas High School. Then he set his sights on becoming an entrepreneur.
Yeah, I was AD during the day and I was a student of fashion at night, right? Learning about the industry, learning about fabrics, fashion, supply chain, measurement, all of these things that were foreign to me.
Dixon went to work. His first big break came when he landed contracts to make Reveal suits for the Florida State and Baylor football teams. He branched out into making a women's line, but learned a humbling lesson when the apparel he made for LSU taught him about gender sizing.
When I tell you those suits came back disastrous, because I had not taken into account, nor had I learned, that it was a different pattern making scheme. It was a different set of measurements that needed to be, you know, not only just the hip, but the lower hip, the upper hip. They typically wear theirs higher on the waist. Took none of that into account, and that was a very humbling experience.
This is the tough moment. When you went through that with LSU, that experience, how did you not stay in a defeated space, but bounce back and get yourself going again?
It's a turnover. Got dunked on. Next play.
Today, he has licenses for 80 colleges and is generating over $1 million a year. Dixon's mindset came from growing up in Dallas. As a teen, he was a high school All-American in basketball. He helped lead Lincoln High School to a state championship.
But for us, coming out of South Dallas, there was, kind of had the chip on the shoulder, right? People don't think good comes out of South Dallas. Well, let's show them.
After receiving offers across the nation, Dixon decided to play college hoops down I-35.
Ultimately, University of Texas, Tom Penders showed me what I wanted to see, and it was close to home. Loved the style of play, and so that's ultimately how I landed at the University of Texas.
The Texas X didn't play in the NBA, but he did make it to the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. He partnered with the Hall to make jackets for their inductees. Last summer, Dixon collaborated with Dallas Mavericks legend Dirk Nowitzki to design his orange Reveal jacket. Chris Bosh was an 11-time NBA All-Star, 2-time NBA champion, an Olympic gold medalist, and like Dixon, a former state champion at Dallas Lincoln High School. Carlton has known Chris since he was a teenager, and in 2021, they shared a Hoop Dreams experience.
In that year when I got to make his jacket, and we shared a moment on the red carpet, and we were, you know, we hugged, we dapped, we hugged, and we were just like, man, we made it. We both here at the Hall of Fame. That was one of the most special moments and parts of Reveal Suits. You know, just two kids out of Lincoln High School, man.
So what's next for Reveal Suits? They're entering the golf world. Dixon received the PGA of America Community Impact Award and has already started making blazers for smaller tournaments that the PGA headquarters held in Frisco last year. I'm Newey Scruggs for NBC5 Sports.